Hi everyone, welcome back to Bringing Yoga into our daily lives here at the Sika Senior Activity Centers here in Safford, Friday. So happy Friday everybody. Nice to see everyone come out. And who we have here, let's see, we have Jody Green, Carrie Kelly, and Lisa McNeil. So thanks to them also, and those of you that appear on screen here. All right. Today's about sacral chakra, hence the orange color I'm wearing, which I know I do not wear very often. So orange, we started at root chakra last week with that rooted connectedness to the earth plane and finding our stability, strength, and structure and building from there. So now we're on to sacral. This is our water element. It's fluidity. So orange also represents a bit of joy and pleasure. All right, sacral chakra is your right to feel, your right to believe in your needs and to choose to change based on your personal needs. The element is water, where the soft can overcome the hard. So if you think of water as it naturally erodes through our mountains, creating valleys and rivers, it is one of the strongest things we can have to overcome the hard. It may take time, patience, and a lot of love. Earth provides us with consistency as you find stability, structure, and strength. Water induces change. Through this change, our consciousness expands. Without water, growth is impossible. We are mostly water. Within our emotions and desires, we find our wants, our needs, our feelings, our sensations, and these are all fluid and always changing throughout life. So even the fluidity of life, our life stages from being an infant, a child, an adolescent, moving into teenagehood in our 20s and moving up further and further. So thinking of all those sensations and the changes that we have both in our mind and our body as we grow. When our needs to survive are satisfied, we move into pleasure. Pleasure promotes our well-being and is naturally healing. Allow this to teach us how to open up, move, and reach beyond ourselves. Pleasure moves through any of our senses. So reminding ourselves of our senses, our sense of hearing, we could have pleasure, maybe ocean sounds or our favorite music. Our sense of sight, where we can see beautiful sunsets or things that make us feel good or pleasure inside through sight. Also smells and even tasting our favorite food and touch. So taking all those into consideration. Seeing a peaceful sunset, as I said, the color of the sky, tasting the most delicious meal, listening to your favorite sounds or music, savoring the touch from a loved one. Here we become connected, getting in touch with ourselves to awaken, to be aware, and know how you feel. To feel the support and nurturing like a mother. So think of a mother's support, nurturing, and unconditional love. And then to allow the playful curiosity of a child. So the child within that still wants to play, be curious, ask questions, try new things. Also the sensual touch of a lover, how that connection can feel, that wonderful touch that is warm and loving. To feel the support. I already said that. These are elements of our sacral chakra. So we're going to get started here. Svadhisthana is the name of the sacral chakra in Sanskrit. And we are going to start with our silent mantra. I believe in my needs and I choose to receive. So how we'll do our mudra first. So mudra, what you're going to do is cup the right hand, bring it over the sacral. On film, it'll look different, so just make sure it's the right hand cupped over the sacral. The left hand is also cupped, but elbow stays in. Let me scoot back some more. And the hand comes out to the side. So when we breathe in, we think of I believe in my needs, and when we exhale, It is I choose to receive. So breathing in, believing in your needs. Breathing out, choosing to receive. Taking a few moments with the breath, rotating those words. I believe in my needs. I choose to receive. Couple more breaths. I believe in my needs. I choose to receive. Releasing, I believe in my needs. I choose to receive, starting to release that mantra and mudra with our hands. You can keep the eyes closed or open. We're going to start bringing ourselves into movement. So starting off, of course, with that earth plane rootedness, root chakra through the soles of the feet, the legs, finding our structure, knees right above the ankles. Let's sit nice and tall. I'm a little bit closer to the end of my seat. For some of us, that's more comfortable, but just find where you're stable and comfortable here. We are going to move into our cat-cows. We're going to start off slow, like we do with a deep breath, inhaling, exhaling through the nose. We're going to do 5 slow, and then we'll move fast, where it's just inhale, exhale, and it's more about the movement. The exhale will be a ha, or a exhale through the mouth that is somewhat audible. So 5, and then I'll say, go ahead and exhale, cat. Inhale, coming into cow. Expanding through the torso, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhaling, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Make the most of our breath. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Moving fast with the exhale out the mouth now. Thirty more seconds. Ten more seconds. Last one. Start to relax. Let's lengthen through the body. Let's roll through the shoulders. So today we're finding movement, starting to get to know ourselves through our sensations, our feelings, our emotions. This is our connection today. So get in tune with how you feel right here, right now, as we move, and the difference even after moving. How we're a little bit looser. We have more space maybe within our joints or our body. And release down through the arms, lengthen out through the arms. Take a few deep breaths here. Remember to keep the shoulders relaxed, not coming up to the ears, so let them be relaxed. Now we're going to take our gaze over one side, looking to the fingertips. And let's take it back to center. I know our arms might be getting tired, so once again, take a moment just to relax those shoulders down away from the ears. Keep those abs tucked in, length through the body, grounded feet. Let's look over the other shoulder for 3 breaths. One more breath. And exhale, release down. Once again, just roll through those shoulders a few times. Have those arms out for a moment, gaining strength, stability, and then bringing that movement in. All right, let's grab something a little more stable, but it brings us to our pelvic floor. So not only are we connecting here to our root chakra, as we bring an object between the legs, something to draw our muscles inward. It's about 1 inch or 2 above the knees. You're squeezing. As you squeeze and use these inner thighs, our root chakra, we're moving all the way into the pelvic floor with our sacral chakra. So this will help both being rooted as well as finding that playfulness here in the sacral. Let's go ahead and open up those arms. Let's bring them all the way up and over. And let's exhale, grab a hold of elbows. If our chin came down into the chest, let's lift the chin back up off the chest and just bring the gaze forward, whether arms are behind the head or maybe resting atop. We're just trying to open up the chest, the arms, our side body, feeling that length and stretch as we get grounded here to the earth plane. And let's exhale, taking a lateral flexion. So just hinge softly to one side. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. Taking those deep breaths. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last set. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, let's open those arms, still lengthening up. Then exhale, releasing all the way back down. Staying grounded, let's bring palms to above the knees. Maybe a right to the knees or above the knees is fine, wherever you find comfort. Stay grounded. We're going to move called scraping the barrel. It moves through cat and cow, so we'll use the same breath as we exhale. It's through cat, we round. And then let's push the rib cage, our side body, out to the side. And then as we inhale, bring it forward, gaze forward, expand. And then exhale again to the opposite side with the rib cage and draw all the way back as you finish the exhale. Inhale to the other side. Finishing the inhales, you come forward with the expansion. Exhale to the other side, all the way back. Inhale. So take your time, take deep breaths. Exhale. We'll do 2 more, moving in this direction. Finding the expansion as we inhale and finding a contraction as we exhale. 1 more, scraping the barrel. And exhale. We're all going to meet back in cat. Now as we take our inhale, move the opposite direction. Rib cage out to the side. Finish the expansion. Inhale forward. Exhale to the other side. Take your time. Take this slow. Really moving into the muscles, those deeper muscles. Finding sensations and feelings within. For some of us, maybe we haven't felt that yet. So trying to get in touch as we move here. Getting back connected to the body. We're going to find 1 more. So 1 more roll through the barrel. Remember, taking the time, engaging our muscles all the way forward, and then we're going to all meet back into cat again. Then let's inhale, lengthen through the torso. Hands this time, point the fingers forward, just let them right atop of the knees. We're going to inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. Now just one arm comes up. Exhale, bring it down. Opposite arm. Exhale, bring it down. Both arms come to cactus. Inhale. Draw those elbows, shoulders back. Exhale, coming forward, down. Now just one arm, half cactus. Exhale, forward, down. Inhale, other arm. Exhale, bring it down. Now both arms come into airplane. Palms face forward, stretch back, lengthen back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, just one hand into airplane. Exhale, coming forward. Opposite hand, inhales back. Exhale, forward. We're going to add legs. So if you need more stability for those legs, scooching on back, just to give yourself a little more support for those legs if you need to. We're going to do the same thing. So let's inhale both legs, both arms come up, dorsiflex those feet. And exhale, bring it down. Now it moves into that spinal balance. So pick an arm, opposite leg extends. Exhale, bring it down. Opposite. Exhale, bring it down. Now it's going to be both cactus. So both legs, draw both arms back, stretch back, abs are engaged. Exhale, bring it back down. Again, back into spinal balance. One arm comes to half cactus, the other opposite leg extends. Bring it back on the exhale. Inhale, opposite side. Exhale. Now again, both legs, palms forward, inhale, airplane. Exhale, release. Opposite hand, opposite leg, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll only do this one more time. So inhale, both arms up, extend legs. Exhale, bring it down. Spinal balance, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Core is nice and tight. Both legs, inhale, cactus arms. Exhale. Getting a real good full body workout here. Opposite again. Exhale. Stay with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now both hands. Inhale, both legs. Find the airplane. Let's point the toes this time as we exhale. Inhale back to dorsiflex. Exhale, bring them all down. Back to spinal balance with airplane. Pick a leg, pick the opposite leg. Inhale. Exhale. Other side. Exhale. Whew. Let's take that object away.
Oh.
Did it hurt?
We did a lot.
No.
No, it's everybody. Look at everybody. Just trying to get you all stronger. Yes.
Oh, my pants are sticking to me.
That's the humidity. Don't worry about it. So we're going to widen out our stance now. Let's find knee-ankle alignment, knees pointing the same direction as our toes. And maybe just take a moment while we have lengthened back, relaxed shoulders. Let's just find a twist. So just a nice twist here. And just go with the breath again. Find another twist to the opposite side. Let's do this 2 more sets. So inhale through center. Exhale, squeeze it out as you twist. Inhale through center. Nice deep breaths. Exhale. 1 more set. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. let's find center. We're going to take those hinges, really get into the low back. So remember to keep the back flat from sacrum to crown of head here. We're just hinging at these hips. Hands can provide some support and stability. Let's exhale first to start off with as we hinge forward down. Inhale to align us back up. Exhale forward down. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale forward down. Inhale up. Change the breath pattern, relax the shoulders. Exhale here. Let's inhale forward. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale forward. Exhale, bring it up. Notice the different sensations in the back and the hip area. Inhale forward. Exhale, bring it up. And all we did was change the breath to expand into that low back. Let's take a moment, grab a hold of the chair and extend through the legs. Pointed toes. So we're in plantar flexion here. Go ahead and dorsiflex, toes towards your nose or towards you. Then come back out to plantar flexion. And let's take that plantar flexion and slowly move into center, hip width distance apart. Come back to dorsiflexion. Now as we're in dorsiflexion, lengthen up, let the shoulders squeeze down and back, and draw the chin into chest. Really press down with the chin. Take a couple of breaths here. Bring the gaze to neutral, point the toes again. Let's inhale, bring it back out to straddle. Exhale, dorsiflex. Bring it back into center. Go ahead and inhale, point the toes. Exhale, toes towards the nose. Inhale, let's open back out. Go ahead and exhale, bring those legs back down, hands back to knees, maybe checking in for a moment. Let's lift the heels. Feeling all that strength now below the knees in our calf muscles. Roll the shoulders back.
Calf muscles.
They're sore. Toes up. This is how you define some of those calf muscles. Although standing up and doing this is greater definition.
Oh, yeah. Calf muscles.
Back down to heels, lift the toes. And bring the heels back up. From here, let's take a moment, keep the heels up, keep that strength in the legs, and let's exhale, hinge forward slowly. You can keep hands on knees. This will give more strength to those calf muscles as you hinge forward, weight into the arms and knees. Then let's inhale, just take it slow and bring it back up. Noticing the different sensations you feel there. Release the heels. Let's lift the toes and balls of the feet. Take a nice deep inhale, relax those shoulders. Exhale again, hinge. Find the weight into the heels this time. This takes a little more balance than the first one, so it may feel a little more unstable. But really press into those heels, stay stable as we lift back up nice and slow. Again, release that. So as we release, let's go ahead and grab as if we're picking up a pencil with the toes. Hopefully this doesn't give you foot cramps. And then let's press it back out, spread through the toes. Keep the balls of the feet on the ground, but just lift and spread your toes. So it's just lifting those toes, spreading them, and release. We're gonna curl them back under, and even that arch is gonna pull up as we curl to grab that object or pin. And then release back down. Like I said, hopefully you're not getting foot cramps here. Soles of the feet ground. Let's lift those toes up off the floor. Keep the balls of the feet grounded and spread through the toes. Last one of curling under. Last time. Curl those toes. Arch lifts. And release the feet. Grounded feet as we lift only the toes and spread. Let's exhale, release. Let's come into our warrior two. So extend through the arms. Gazing over one hand here. we're going to add movement to our warrior two. So let me come forward. We're on the chair. Get grounded here. We're going to do palms face up as we look to that side still. We're going to inhale, bring it up, bring the gaze up, touch fingers, and exhale, bring it back down, palm down, looking to that side once again. Inhale, up, touch the fingers, exhale, back down. Last one like this, inhale up, touch, exhale, bring it back down. Now, you're welcome to stay just like this. The next step to this, why I scooted forward, was to extend through my legs, whether they're uplifted or on the ground. So you choose what is most comfortable. So, normal here, bent knees, palms up, inhale, extend through the legs if you feel, draw it up. Exhale, bring those legs back down to stability with the arms. Inhale. Touching fingers, exhale, bring it down. And last one. And exhale. Let's release those arms down. Roll through the shoulders. That was a lot. So just maybe move around. In fact, I'm going to get more close to the edge of the seat. And I'm going to bring my legs just slightly closer than wide apart. They're still fairly wide. They're about shoulder width distance. And just slowly maybe move to one side. See how these hips are doing, these joints. So take your time. Make sure you're stable, that you hang onto the chair. But just allow the shifting from side to side. Take that moment. You could even widen your stance. Mine is turning wider, I notice, as I move. It's a little bit easier with the wider stance. Let's bring it back to center. We are going to do the other side. So we're going to start off with the stability warrior twos that bring movement. So here we're back to our square one, knee ankles, toes point off the same direction. Let's bring our arms into it. Relax the shoulders, look over the other shoulder. Take a couple of breaths in warrior two. Now, on the inhale breath, palms up, looking to that hand, bring it up to touch. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, warrior two. And if this bothers the neck, just keep the head neutral and bring it back down, warrior two. Now, the optional extending of the legs, whether they're grounded optionally or they extend and come up off the ground. So it's up to you, but stable here. It's when we inhale, palms up, lengthen legs if you want. Exhale, bring them back down to stability. Two more. Inhale. Exhale, back to stability. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, back to stability. Go ahead and gently release those arms. Once again, I know I brought it to shoulder distance last time, but see, try it both shoulder width distance apart as well as wide legs. Let's once again just move close to the edge of your seat. Stay stable, stay safe and secure, but allow the hips, the knees to move here. You want to find those sensations that are within our hips that meet our pelvis. Oh, finding all the fluidity throughout the body, hopefully, without hurting. Our goal is not to be in pain. So take a moment. We are coming back to hip width distance apart. If you need a belt, I'm going to bring my knee to my chest. So you can always, if this is uncomfortable, to interlace those fingers and bring the knee to chest. If it helps to have a belt, a tie, or even a towel, sometimes hand towels give us enough leverage rolled up to bring around that knee and just bring it up. This also helps our posture. So sometimes we're really curved over to get that leg. So find where it best suits you. We're starting off with that lifted, lengthened spine as we draw knee to chest. Let's inhale, lengthen arms. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, lengthen. This will be our last one. We are going to round on this one. So you choose. Draw that knee towards you, tuck those elbows in, and release the forehead forward and down towards the knee. I know it's more difficult to breathe here. Find a couple of deep breaths. And exhale, gently release that. Let's take a moment. Those arms might be tired and hands from gripping, whether we were doing it around the knee or hanging on to something. So we might as well use that object. Let's inhale, lengthen up and over. Open up wide enough that you can keep your arms lengthened without bending the elbows. Draw slowly back behind you. Again, take as much time as needed, even if it takes longer than myself. Inhale, bring it up and over. Find the sensations in the shoulders and arms as we exhale. Make sure you're gentle, that this is not painful. A little bit of stretching in the muscle type of pain is fine, but nothing within the joints drawing sharp pains. So exhale, lengthen the arms over and back behind us. Inhale, bring it up and over. And exhale, forward and down. Again, take your time with this. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, back behind us. Inhale, up and over. And exhale, releasing. Hopefully we've opened the shoulders a bit, maybe a little bit into the neck even. So while we're here, you might as well move through the neck. We did move into our shoulders, so let's just bring ear towards a shoulder that is relaxed, shoulders relaxed, lift, and then just bring it to the opposite shoulder. You can start to find the breath here, exhaling to one side, inhaling as you come through center, exhale to the other side, staying aware of our breath as well as the sensations in our body. And just noticing some sensations feel great as others don't feel as good, but accepting both sides of that. All right, coming back to center here. Let's move back into the opposite leg. So once again, you could always interlace those fingers as long as we sit tall here and bring the knee into chest. Or use that object. Allow leverage here. Draw elbows into the waist as you draw the knees into the chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's pause here. Tuck those elbows in. Let the shoulders relax. And just release the forehead forward and down. Let's take 2 to 3 breaths here, trying our best to expand into the abs. And exhale, release. Releasing back down. Let's go ahead, and I was hanging on tight, so let's shake out those hands. Sometimes we don't realize we get a tight grip, working those hands out. Take nice deep breaths here. Try to relax the shoulders. And then let's bring the palms just down for a moment and draw chin into chest. As we inhale, let's squeeze the shoulders up to the ears, bring the gaze up. And exhale, slowly draw them back and down, chin into chest. Inhale, squeezing, lifting up. Exhale, back and down, chin into chest. Last one. Inhale, squeeze up. And exhale, back and down. Bringing that gaze forward here, relaxing those shoulders. Let's go ahead and continue to use our belt if we have one. Remember, a towel or tie works. If you don't have any of that, just take your arm. We're going to be doing open straddles here, half straddles. So you can always take your hand and use it as leverage or a guide. So coming first to the same side hand. So if you do have this towel, tie, or belt, wrap around the hand. Usually helps taking that grip off. Try and sit tall. Other hand and leg is completely supported. Inhale, lengthen out to the side. Take that pause, then let's exhale, slowly bring it back. Inhale, lengthen out to the side. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale out. Exhale back. We have two more. Inhale out. Exhale, bring it back. Taking your time. Last one. Inhale out. Exhale, bring it back. Now, before we let it completely go, if you happen to have a towel, tie, or belt, use the opposite hand. Come forward, down. Tie that around that. Sit back up. Other hand can hang onto the chair. Roll those shoulders back. This shoulder might be coming forward. That's fine. We're going to hinge that elbow and draw back. Stay seated right where you're at, so you're not moving the whole body to the side. You're looking to stay grounded and just move the leg so that you can feel within that hip joint. You want to feel the IT band here on the side stretch, as well as that hip joint as we stay grounded. Try to focus on the breath here. One more breath. And let's exhale, release. All right. Take a moment to sigh it out if you need. Let's actually take a few moments. We're going to do something in between before we move on to the other leg. So we're going to do our forward folds, coming into more movement. Remember, it's up to you whether to stay in flat back, especially if you have any low back injuries, or you're going to fold all the way over. So let's inhale, bring it up and over. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart. Inhale, lifting up and over. And exhale, finding your version of forward fold. Let's take 3 breaths this time. All right, let's go ahead and inhale. We're gonna come out with those airplane arms, lengthen the back, stabilize right here. Grounded feet, lengthen back, hinged at the hips, lengthen arm, palms down. Exhale. Then on the inhale, hinge the rest of the way up, bring those arms up and over. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart. We're gonna move more with the breath now. So inhale, lengthen up and over. Exhale, finding your version of forward fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, palms down. Exhale, pause here. Inhale the rest of the way up, lifting up and over. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart. Take your time here. We have one more set. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, airplane or T arms. Exhale at T. Palms start to lift up. Inhale the rest of the way up. And exhale, palms come together, hands to heart. Take a deep breath here. Let the shoulders relax. Find length in the vertebrae. Let's take a moment, close the eyes here. Relax the shoulders, come back inward where we're feeling within the abs, our vertebrae. Are we lengthened? Are we letting the arch of the back pull the gut forward? Or are we tucking those abs in and lengthening through that low and mid back? Find the stacking here. Let's go ahead and release those hands. We are going to come back to the opposite leg now. Hopefully with all that, you still remember which one is opposite. Extend out. And remember, you can always take the same side hand and wrap it. We're going to come to 5 repetitions. So stay dorsiflexed, other hand, leg stable. Inhale, let's bring it out. Pausing on that inhale to find that stretch. Exhale, bring it back into center. Inhale out. Exhale, center. Inhale out. Exhale, center. Inhale out. Exhale, center. Last one, inhale out. Exhale, center. We're going to pause and center. Yes, you can release a little bit here. You're simply going to take the opposite hand. You're going to wrap it around. Take the other hand to the chair. Stabilize. Start to hinge the elbow towards the rib cage. The leg lifts up. Then bring it over to the side while keeping those glutes stable. The other knee is stable, still in the same position. As we're just lengthening through this leg, you should feel this throughout the outside of the leg, maybe on the inside a little bit as well. Let's take a few breaths, try to relax those shoulders, lifting through the heart as the abs are tucked in. One more breath. And let's exhale, release that. Take a moment, let go of that belt, maybe shake those hands. Maybe we had a tight grip. Sometimes I get that tight grip. Taking a couple of deep breaths. Coming back to stacking the joints again. Abs tucking in, sitting tall. All right, from there you have a choice of if you need or feel more like you need that stability, draw all the way back into the chair. We are coming to our number 4 or pigeon. So that means the stability you need, find it, and then find this knee still aligning, hip, knee, ankle, toes point forward. It's just this leg that is setting up on top. You could always take a hand underneath the knee for support. Let's take that foot, if we can reach, and just start to move it in circles. If not, and you're not able to bring the ankle above the knee, you could always just cross, and you could not manually move it, but use the muscles to move through that. So just find where you can. Honoring your body. Let's go ahead and move the opposite direction. Still finding that deep breath here. Now let's move into dorsiflexion, so toes towards the shin. Take a beautiful breath, and then let's point those toes away from the shin. Find another breath as we bring toes towards the shin. And the opposite breath as we point away. I like to inhale as I bring it close. And exhale as I lengthen away. Let's come back to dorsiflexion. And just exhale, release that. Keep it in dorsiflexion if we can. You could always hang on to the foot. You can hang on to the ankle. We are coming forward and down. You could always also keep the hand on the knee. Let's roll those shoulders back. Relaxing shoulders. We want the heart to lift up and pull slightly forward as we take those abs and draw it in and back. We're going to hinge from the hips, keeping the flat back here as we just move the heart closer to this leg. You can always readjust the hands when and if needed. Continue to relax the shoulders. Continue to expand here through the torso. So use the breath especially on the inhale, to feel the expansion in the back, the hips, the glutes. Find those sensations as we inhale. Can you feel the different sensations in the hips, back, glutes, knees? We're going to find 2 more of these deep breaths. We want to bring space into this. Thinking of expansion with each inhale and a relaxation as you exhale. Now, for the next 5 breaths, we have a choice of staying right where we're at and continuing to allow the heart to sink, or if it's within your practice, this is when you could take it to rounding and releasing. So 5 breaths, still expanding through the torso. That was our last breath. So if we were rounded, let's come back into flat back. So that just means rolling those shoulders back, expanding through the heart area. And then from there, lifting gently back up. Let's take it to an angle to this knee. So find head, heart alignment with the knee. Grab a hold of the knee. Once again, if you need a belt or tie, it's just fine. You're just grabbing, and we're going to exhale and draw towards our heart center. And then we're going to inhale and release that. Exhale, heart center. Inhale and release. Exhale, heart center. We only have 2 more. Inhale, release. Exhale, heart center. Knee comes towards your heart center. Inhale, release. This is our last one. Exhale, knee towards the heart center. And inhale, release. Let's release that leg. Take a moment, pitter patter those feet. Let some movement come back in. And then take a moment, let's just lengthen one out to the side, bring it back, lengthen the other, bring it back. Let's do this 2 more sets. Bring it back, keep the knees soft and bent. I even am keeping just the balls of the feet on the ground for this one. Not as much stability. Bring it back. All right. Yes, we are going to move to the other side. So let's bring that other side up. Find that position, whether we're all the way back into the seat, maybe mid or forward. Finding again, hip, knee alignment, toes point forward. Take a moment, sit tall, roll those shoulders back. Let's start off with our foot and just start to manually move it one direction. Refocus on the breath here, whether it's exhaling through the mouth or through the nose. Whatever feels best right here, right now. And let's move the opposite way with the foot, the ankle. And remember, if this is too much for you, you have extended legs, soft knees. One ankle crosses over the other as you move the foot. And let's come back into dorsiflexion here. Toes towards the shin. And finding the breath, whether inhale or exhale, lengthening. And bring it back in. And back to the other breath. Back in, dorsiflex. And plantar flexion. Back in, dorsiflex. Let's keep it here. You're simply going to release, whether we grab the foot, the ankle, or the knee. Relax those shoulders. We are hinging forward with a flat back. So hinge from those hips. Heart leads us forward. And now expanding breath comes all the way down into that Buddha belly. So think of expanding into the pelvis, into the rib cage, the abs. And soon you'll feel that expansion of breath move into the hips, into the glutes, the low back, and possibly the knee. Here you might close the eyes and allow those sensations. Visualize those sensations expanding with the breath, bringing in that space, and exhaling, releasing the tension and stress found in those areas. Visualization will help release and relax us as we focus with the breath. One more breath in this version. Now, for the next 5 breaths, you're welcome to keep it right here, working with the flat back. Or you have the option, if it's okay with your body, honoring your body, you can release forward and down. 5 more breaths, either one. On the next inhale, you're first going to roll the shoulders back and lengthen through the back, coming into that first position. And then slowly allow yourself to come back up. Take a moment, relax the shoulders, still find this position. And then take 2 hands on each side of the leg. And you're just shifting your head, heart center to your knee. And on an exhale, you're just going to bring knee towards the heart center. The inhale, you're going to relax it back down. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, back down. Exhale, heart center. Let's take our time, really feel into the sensations and allow them to release. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, releasing. And exhale, last one to heart center. And inhale, release. Let's go ahead and gently release the legs. Now do whatever it takes or whatever your body needs, whether it's pitter patter, maybe moving those shoulders, maybe extending through the legs, moving the feet, maybe widening back out to straddle for a moment and coming back. We are starting to get ready for Shavasana here.
Get down on the ground like Lisa. Her back is killing her, you can tell.
Yeah. Yes. So the ground is always a positive thing for our back if we have any low back issues, which I have been experiencing. So any sciatica, we might get down on that floor and just kind of roll around. Let the back flatten, let the body relax. Sometimes it's really painful to start off. So even if we lie down on our backs on the floor and at first it takes our breath away, which it does at times, it does to me when I'm really in a lot of pain. So try to relax, breathe through it, soften and bend those knees. Don't straighten and lengthen those legs if you need that back to relax and flatten. Thank you, Jody. Appreciative.
Something. I like my dark.
Yes, I like my dark too. Very much so. So find that creative space that you have already found for yourself today. And we're just going to come back to ourselves, our sensations, our feelings, our emotions, getting back in touch with that playfulness within, that curiosity like we had when we were a child, that nurturing, mothering, and even the touch from a lover, that sensation, those feelings of electricity that move through you. Let's take deep breaths here. And as we gently close the eyes, we relax the body, letting go of sensations, of tension, stress, anxiety, to-do lists. Start to bring it back to the here and now. This is where you are. This is where you belong. And just take the much needed deep breaths, inhaling through the nose, finding expansion. Exhaling, releasing. Here you could start to imagine that you're within this 6-petaled orange lotus. Right in the center of this lotus flower, a single petal forward, a single petal back, and 2 petals on each side, reminding us to open. Allowing the breath to be fluid, thinking the breath today as water flowing through the body. So each inhale you expand. This fluidity moves through the chest, shoulders, moves through the arms, moves through the torso, moves all the way down into the pelvic bowl, and releases all the way through the legs. So thinking of this breath of fluidity as it extends through the fingertips, the toes, the crown of the head. Allow the breath to expand, extend, and allow that relaxation on the exhale as it centers into the sacral chakra. This is just a few inches below the navel, deep within the pelvis. And this is our center of joy and pleasure, sensations, emotions, feelings. We want to get connected to ourselves. To awaken and really know ourselves. To know oneself, emotional identity and its orientation to yourself. You can identify your feelings and their sources. You can experience all of your emotions and feelings and know the source as you work through them appropriately. To know oneself and be able to identify that you are scared, excited, angry, upset, pleased, or bored, and knowing the difference between these states of being. When you know your own feelings, you'll be less likely to project them onto others or become dependent on others for your own well-being. Finding balance, understanding, and knowing the difference between overindulgence, addiction, and being ruled by these sensations, feelings, and emotions rather than informed by them. And sometimes we have the opposite on the other hand. Ignoring our important signals creates a situation of unhealthiness. The information that our feelings and sensations and emotions give us is a valuable source of your personal identity. This is your right to feel. Your right to receive, your right to believe in your needs. As Savadhisthana translates as one's own place, defining your sexual and emotional issues in a way that suits you as an individual. From this center, we sweeten life by opening to pleasure, opening to our senses, and playfulness. These senses are the first gateway between the inner and outer worlds. And when you open these awarenesses to our senses becoming sensible instead of senseless, it's our way of getting in touch with ourselves as well as getting in touch with others. To know what you feel is to be awake and aware, to be in touch and connected. Healthy pleasures such as touch, play, laughter, sexuality, and experiencing beauty lead to contentment and peace rather than an insatiable desire for more. It is often the denial of these simple biological pleasures that leads to overindulgence and addiction. Our feelings and sensations are the source of information about our well-being. Taking a moment as we come back to our sacral or sacred space within the pelvis. Coming back to our silent mantra, I believe in my needs. I choose to receive. I believe in my needs. I choose to receive. I believe in my needs. I choose to receive. Now starting to release, I believe in my needs. I choose to receive. And letting go. As we start to bring awareness back out through the limbs, through the fingertips, the toes, maybe nodding a head. And once again, coming back to those sensations. How do you feel right now? Is it different than when you first started? And then as you come back, starting to bring those arms up over, finding that wonderful stretch overhead, lengthening through the body, reawakening with the breath, with a stretch. And if you happen to be lying down, taking knees into chest, giving yourself a hug, maybe rocking side to side, finding that movement. And then when you're ready, starting to come back up. Om Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace be with you. And Namaste. Recognizing the same light in you as myself and honoring that light, both. All right, so nice to see everyone again. We have, once again, Jody Green, Carrie Kelly, and Lisa McNeil. And here we have Judy Curtis Johnson watching. Thank you for coming. And Kristen Marcione or Marcion. Margaret McCormick, nice to see you as well. Thank you for watching, coming to yoga, moving. Remember, this weekend is all about playfulness, getting rid of all that seriousness. Play, dance, get in water, open the hips, have movement within the body, allow space with the breath, allow some old beliefs to just wash right through you and out. It's all about being open, curious as a child, nurturing yourself as a mother, finding that deep acceptance, that deep unconditional love for self, connecting to those emotions, feelings, and sensations, and allowing it to speak to you and open those awarenesses so you could check back in with yourself, being healthy, finding that well-being. All right, have a great weekend. Be safe. We'll see you next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2:15.